You are now watching and listening to Reasoning After Dark. 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 Reasoning Reasoning after dark. 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 Reasoning
Uh-huh. So listen, blessed love, moonlight. Give thanks for life. You know what I'm saying? I never get a chance to fix up myself properly. You know what I'm saying? My co-host, my host says she make a little move. She always had to deal with some technical difficulties, but there she goes. I see her and she is in the session. And we are now back and officially live. Give thanks to everyone for tuning in to Reasoning After Dark with Delroy Rock, aka Shaka Double, and the lovely and wonderful Miss Sophia. Please introduce yourself and tell them good night.
Thanks for that lovely introduction, Shaka. Good evening, everyone. And thanks again for attending and coming to our next episode of Reasoning After Dark. Thanks for being here.
Yes. So listen, I ain't gonna hold them, because you see, one of the things that I do appreciate and like about being live from out of the controls of your own domain is that you get to build a personal rapport, especially for people who are necessarily genuinely checking, right? And so 8 o'clock was the check-in time, but due to a few little technical things, we come in at a certain time.
Yes.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I always believe, look, the sun doesn't set the same time every day. The moon
That's true.
don't come. You understand what I'm saying? So there are, it's the rigidness of, and pardon me for even going into this early, but it's the rigidness of, let me say, when you're going to work, you know what I'm saying? They get, it's cause of plantation syndrome, right? Of being on time. I ain't saying nothing wrong with being on time, but sometimes time is just time. You understand? So
Don't explain it to me. I see it many times in my family, especially with my husband. Okay, so I know what it is. But I must say, you look nice tonight. I love your attire.
Hey, you see the conversation? Love you or in love with you, right?
Yeah.
I had to paraphrase it because I didn't want to go all the way across the screen, and right. So basically, to paraphrase it, the conversation tonight is well, tell them, Miss Sophia. Tell them, what is it?
Yes, our conversation tonight is whether he loves you or if he's in love with you. Vice versa, her, whether she loves you or in love with you.
Give me some weird thing. Shout out, give thanks to brother Anansi. You understand why I'm showing you the one and only Mr. Andy Garden. You understand the Spider-Man on the scenes. You understand what I'm showing you. Here's what. Presentation of Mr. Nancy. We have Future Dread. Future Dread. Reason Uncensored. If you're new, Future Dread is the AI that belongs to Reasoning and Sense After Dark. What did I say just now? Too much. You understand what I'm showing you?
We have a lot of reasoning. Don't worry. Reasoning After Dark.
You understand? And so Future Dread is an AI presentation. So I want y'all to know, to be used to that. Every once in a while, you will see Future Dread come, and he will most naturally come from a addiction perspective, a perspective of just pure information. And then we take it on the cultural perspective and those kind of things. All right. So let me go let Future Dread talk to them, and we're gonna proceed. Blessed love, family, and everyone who's on the check-in. I didn't even get time due to technical difficulties to even sharing everything there. So I'm gonna try to do some of that right now. Okay.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, family.
Okay, people, let's break down the difference between I love you and I'm in love with you. Saying I love you is like ordering a classic cheeseburger. It's reliable, comforting, and you know exactly what you're getting. You can say it to your mom, your dog, your best friend, and even your favorite pizza. And it's always appropriate. It's the sweatpants of emotions, cozy, and universally accepted. Now, I'm in love with you. That's a whole different ball game. That's like ordering the deluxe, quadruple bacon, avocado smash, artisanal burger with truffle fries, and a side of gold-dusted onion rings. It's intense, it's fancy, and it comes with a side of, whoa, buddy, slow down. You don't just throw that phrase around willy-nilly. That's reserved for when you're ready to commit to sharing your Netflix password, and not just the account, but the whole binge-watching experience. Let's put it another way. I love you is like saying, hey, I'm cool with sharing my fries with you. It's a warm, generous gesture, but still within reasonable limits. But I'm in love with you is like saying, hey, let's buy a timeshare together. It's a serious commitment, folks. You're in it for the long haul, through all the maintenance fees and awkward vacation schedules. Or picture this. I love you is like having a trusty old pair of sneakers. You can take them anywhere. The gym, the grocery store, even a casual night out. They're dependable and always there for you. But I'm in love with you, that's like strapping on a pair of sky-high stilettos. It's a bold move, full of passion and flair. But let's be real. You might trip a few times, and your feet are definitely going to hurt later. So, remember, I love you is your everyday go-to, like those comfy jeans you've had forever. But I'm in love with you is your fancy outfit, the one you save for special occasions when you're ready to make a statement. Choose your words wisely, my friends, because one is a friendly hug and the other is a full-on, movie-worthy, running through the airport to declare your feelings moment. Okay, people, let's break down the difference between I love.
All right. You know, little pre-settings and timings and stuff, you know. So, Miss Sophia.
Hello.
So, in terms of hooking up my Facebook and all this kind of stuff. So, shout out on Blessed.
You're freezing. I can't hear you.
Well, I ain't said nothing yet.
Okay, because you're freezing.
How about now?
I'm hearing you now.
I'm good?
Yes.
All right. Give thanks. So how about you, you know, open this floor with this conversation, you know, because I definitely think it has a certain perspective from the feminine angle of things, you know. And I mean, it's an open conversation, but I think it's special for y'all.
So why is that special for you?
No, it's special for we, but we're gonna get into it.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I didn't even know how your top match the color in my screen. You know how I put the thing that match up together. Nice. All right, so Galan, what's your take about this whole thing before we get into, or what's your angle, how you would like to start off? Because
freezing. You're freezing. You're freezing. You're freezing so much, and I can't hear you. So probably you might have to log off and come back on.
Let me see something.
There's no difference between truth and lies when you're in love. Love, when you're in love. Your eyes are open, yet you cannot see nothing else but what you want to see when you're in love. When you are hurt, that's the time you begin to hear. That's the time when your eyes will see. That's the time when your heart will know. Yeah, yeah. When you are hurt, that's the time everything comes clear. That's when you know if the feeling is real. When you're in love, when you're in love. Love is a wonderful thing. Love is also a hurting thing. When you are hurt, that's the time you begin to hear. That's the time when your eyes will see. That's the time when your heart will know. Yeah, yeah. When you are hurt, that's the time everything comes clear. That's when you know if your feeling is real. When you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love.
Welcome back to Reason After Dark. So, Miss Sophia, without no further ado or delay, what's your perspective on this thing?
Perspective of knowing that somebody loves you, or when somebody's in love with you. I can depict that in 3 special relationships that I have. I hope you don't mind me talking about that, right?
What's not? We're talking about.
Okay.
This is reason. We're talking about. We're reasoning. We're reasoning.
Yes, and this here includes my husband too.
Mhm.
But this includes 2 past relationships that I had and one now with my husband. The first relationship I had that I would classify as a real relationship for me, I would say that person was my mentor, that person was my provider, and that person was my protector. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That person there is someone that I had knew a long time ago. Since from my school days, that person used to be after me, but I never liked him, never liked him. There was somebody that I never liked. I don't know why, but I had never liked him. After school, sometimes when I see him, he will come, right beside me and talk,
Mm-hmm.
and I always say, why is this guy always say, I don't like him. That I didn't like him. And this happened for years, right? This is not now that I knew this person. I knew this person since from primary school. I know that person that he was even involved with somebody else at my school. But I don't know if that person knew that he used to be after me because I never liked him. So that wasn't my problem because I never liked him, right? As I get older into my, what you call it, young adulthood and so on, this is somebody that never gave up, okay?
Right.
And he never gave up. And this reminds me of my third partner, which is my husband, because he never gave up being behind me, okay?
Right.
Because for me, I'm a very hard nut to crack, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just can't get me like that. I'm just tough, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I never liked this person. Never liked this person at all, no matter what. But every time, this person never gave up. Every time this person see me, it's the same thing. He will come and right next to me and talk. And I would just like stoops my teeth and, these kind of things. I never liked him. But how we happened to get together is I had this boyfriend that had died, okay? And I was like, in my mourning, I was mourning, okay? And he came to me again, right? And still I didn't, in my state of mourning, I don't want to be in anything, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is always involved in my relationship because she's the only one I can talk to. And this person invited me out. And I went home and I told my mom. And my mom said, I believe that you should go, right? Because, you're home, you're just moping and, just keep reminiscing about this boy that you had who's dead now and these kind of things, right? So I believe it's time now you go out, right? And relax yourself and so on. And I decided to take her advice and I went on a date with this guy. But yet still, I still don't want to be around him, but I went, all right? Okay? You listening to me?
Of course, I'm with you.
Okay. I went. And he wasn't the person that I thought that he was going to be because, they have some guys just like, okay, no matter how long they're behind you, they just come there for something, right? That one thing and just move off, right? He wasn't that person. That was like secondary in our life because what he did, he proved to me that he was a different kind of person. He, as I said, he was my mentor and my provider and also my protector because he was there. He helped me in every way. Mentally, he helped me. And provider, he provided me with the things that I needed at the time, especially when I was going to school. He was the one that paid for my school fees and everything, right?
So here's what me trying to speed you up, but I want to find out where the love.
That's where the love come in. That's taking me into the love.
You're taking me there.
That's what taking me right into the love.
I'm following
right?
you. I'm walking with you.
Walk with me, yes. Mm-hmm. This is what take me into love because remember, I wasn't in love with him, right?
Right.
But the things that he did for me caused me to fall in love with him, right? Because as I said, he protected me, he provided for me, and he mentored me. because this is the first, like, I believe this is the first real relationship I really had, right? That I went into. Okay. And I fell in love with somebody, right? I fell in love with him, even though he came to me with other things, right?
I gotta
Other
make
things like, sorry?
I'm so sorry. I just gotta make a disclaimer for all those. So if I see anybody start disappearing, y'all know this is reason after dark. This is big people time. When you come in, Shaka, the smoke with whoever, but use reason. So if you ain't got no problem with that, your mental faculties are right. Besides what your eye might take in part of, you should have no problem. Go along, Miss Sophia. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he came to me because he had already had persons that he had to provide for, meaning that he had kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had children mother, okay?
Right.
And I know what I was getting into, right? But he showed me a different kind of love, right? I love that he wasn't there to just get into my pants, because I mean, that took long. That took a while for him to do that. But what he do, he wowed me with his love. As I said, he paid for my school fees. He was the first person that really, I had my, that made my, what you may call it? My first, we call it ready-made.
Ready-made?
Ready-made. Not ready-made, but tailor-made. Tailor-made.
Okay.
Tailor-made. I'm going back into back. I'm going back, way back. Tailor-made. First person that gave me my first gold earring. First person that made me get my passport and these kind of things. These are the things that, and that passport was the one that I traveled with and everything, you know.
Right.
So
right.
he was there for me, as I said, and I was never scared of going out with him because he used to protect me, right? And I fell in love with that.
I want to play a song because I spent a lot of time today making some of these videos to the point that I didn't even get to upload any of the things that you sent me. My apologies. We're gonna reasonable though. But listen, here's a song that I think goes with your conversation, and then we're gonna come back and touch upon it and roll, right? All right.
I'm aware of love. At last, I'm aware of love. I asked my papa not long ago now, what is love? And he said, oh, you have to find out for yourself. You cannot learn from somebody else, and someday you'll be aware of love. I said someday, if you live long enough, you'll be aware of love. Oh, but I was anxious and couldn't wait, and every little girl I took on a date told her that I really, really loved her. Vowed I'd never ever love another, but found it was just puppy love. I said I found, yes I did, it was just puppy love. One day I met you, I knew right then, girl, I had to get you, took you in my arms and I really kissed you. When you went away, child, you know I missed you, and now I'm aware of love. At last I have found true love.
Yes. So yes, no, you're insane. You discover like this song saying you went through certain phases of
Yeah.
of we call it puppy love in a sense, in a
Mhm.
pure manner. And now
Yeah.
you get to the to find out what this real thing is about. So would I say that song kind of compliment the angle that you're going in?
Yes.
All right. All right. No, no.
But
But
not.
listen,
Uh-huh.
mhm. Let's see here, you know. Um, oh, I know it's what. I know it's what. Am I slowing up or can you hear me?
I hearing you. I
All
am
right, good,
hearing you.
good, good. Cause I see my signal start to do a little thing there. Um, so listen, my perspective, right? This is why I wanted to reason tonight on this subject because last week, you know, we're speaking about motherhood and parenting and so forth. And then along that conversation, um, there was the talk about, you know, do you love me or are you in love with me? And for me, um, I would say this is why I wanted to have this conversation because as and I say it as a, I guess I should say as an individual, right? But I do think um, from a male perspective, right? We are more about, listen, I committed to you, you know. You understand? I there. I present and my actions, my
You're talking on
commitment.
your behalf or on behalf of males in a whole?
Well, listen, I'm talking on myself, but I'm also speaking for those, I guess, who could have a similar,
Who can
right?
relate?
Yes, who could relate from my perspective, right?
Okay.
Because this is why we were in agreement to have this reason here tonight. Because, and I
Mhm.
do feel that there's a thing, because I've experienced it in my personal relationship with somebody else. So, are you love me or are you in love with me? And I be confused till this day, right? Because my thing is commitment. Now, if it's a run through thing and we dealing with certain things on a frivolous kind of level, then yes, I'm just gonna see, well, it's not so and XYZ. But if you already know I say I love you, I don't know what's the difference between the levels of being in love with you. Unless maybe I take it from the perspective of when a relationship is coming to a closing. And let me say, because I don't come to a closing for the same reasons. But let me say it's one that come to a closing based on, the fire going out, the flame, this, that, and, the love not as strong as it used to be and certain stuff. So from coming from that perspective, then yes, right? To be specific on that level. But if we're not going through those kind of things where, we're not doing the same things no more, we're not on the same page, I don't want to come home like that. I prefer to line out as late as possible because I want to hear no thing, I want to get into this. Then that, I would assume, is kind of the angle of what somebody would say, are you in love with me? Or do you love me? Or you still love me? And them kind of thing. You know what I mean? For me, that's the only time I could see that kind of angle. But if we are right and we're good and there's nothing, strange, abnormal, strenuous going on, I don't know why that question did still come up, do you love
Well,
me?
I won't know. I won't know why that person will bring that up. But for me, when a person loves you or a person in love with you, they're there every step of the way. Even if you and them are not in a relationship, they wants to see the best for you.
So you're trying to tell
That's
me
for me.
somebody that love you don't want to see couldn't want to see the best for you? They got to be in love
Yes,
with you.
yes, I am saying so. I'm saying so. But that person, right? Even if it could be your ex, right? He would still want to know that in your relationship that you have now, that everything is all right there, that everything is you're doing well. you know? So he would still be concerned about you, what's happening in your life and stuff like that. Be loving and being in love with somebody, you don't have to have a sexual relationship. It's just the care and concern what that person have for you.
Right.
Love go beyond these things. Love go beyond physical, you know, interaction and these kind of things.
Right.
For me.
Right. Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Listen, because still there are different levels, right? So what people might say is love and them kind of thing. Serious, well, I want to do this because you know there might be somebody that live with someone or with somebody that maybe like what you said, they're not in love with this person, only love this person, but maybe they're in love with somebody else. So here's what I'm gonna go into this other video and then we can come back and reason. All right. Reasoning after dark, blessed love family.
You held me in your arms and made love to me. Yeah. You, my heart's desire. Your lips caress me. Your body possess me. Now I need you. The time will stand still and leave us feel this way. You know what? I'll be satisfied here with you. You set my mind on fire anytime you're near. My body and soul belong to you. Oh, don't ever say we're love on the side. See love on the side. You don't belong to me. I don't belong to you. Still wherever. If that's enough for you, it's enough for me.
Hey, still in love. On this side. So now, here's because you brought up something very important when you say, you know, love don't have to do with sex and these things, and very much so, I'm in agreement with that. But like I said, and this is why we just reason, because once you tune in to anything what the Riley Rock Shaka will be dealing with is dynamics to the reasoning, right? So now, something that also goes in alignment with that statement, and shout out to everybody in the comments and who's looking in online and who might be behind the scenes and who commenting. Blessed love to Aliyah. Sex. There's a phrase I feel that if it's something that I could somehow kind of parallel this kind of way of thinking, the way how I was approaching it from if your relationship fizzling and ending, right? And then you bump into somebody else and you determine, you know. But even when you come down now to sex, now I must say to the listeners, you know what I'm saying, my host, Miss Sophia, is a different card in the deck from a lot of different sisters out here, as far as the journey in her life and her having only one life partner and these kind of thing. And she's always been that way and so forth. So when I talking about certain things within my experience on a certain level, sex now is a thing where somebody say, it's a difference between having sex and making love. And I feel that those two things are connected in the sense of when you say, if you love me or in love with me. You see the parallel? Because the love, I love you, could just be equated to just sex. You know, a check for you. You know, I love you. But in love with you might be, you know, I want to start a family with you. I want to put your ring on your finger. You understand what I'm saying? I want to take it. Or wherever, even if you do it, even if you do it spiritually, you want to make a lifetime commitment rather than just a one night or whatever, you know, the casual fling. So what do you think about that perspective in, you know?
I agree with you. I agree with you with that sense, because if you're in love with somebody, this is what you should be thinking, right? That you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. So it don't matter how long you take to make love to that person, you already know that that is the person I want to be with, right? And that's exactly what happened with me and my husband. You know, we didn't have sex until our wedding night.
Lovely.
So you see somebody you know you want to make your wife and everything. You even call it them the last name, and you and them ain't even married yet. You know, these kind of things, that's what he used to do.
because you know what happened, it's a spiritual thing. You see what I'm saying? That love factor we talking about in the sense of, I believe, the thin line between the love and the in love. I believe it's more of a spiritual connection. When I say spiritual, meaning soul, right? This is why they say soulmate. Let for a quick second, let do something. The word soul in itself, right, comes from the word soul, S-O-L. And even if you pronounce the word soul without a different pronunciation of the O, if you give it the O sound, it would not be soul, it would be soul. If you give it the O sound instead of the O sound, right? Of the O, right? And so soul in its origin is connected to the sun. It means sun, far as the Latin and what we learn from these banners, you know what I'm saying? And so the sun is known to ours, you know, it's a transcendent energy. It gives life. It's you know, it doesn't matter if you could do the worst crime or the most immoral thing. Yes, it shines for everyone. They can give food again. You know what I'm saying? It's in, you know, impartial, right?
Yes.
Like kind of when they say unconditional love and them kind of thing, right? Yes. So I do feel though that and from my experience, you know, sex and I guess it's making love. You know, woman them is make man got a certain thing that, you know, sometimes we feel like this is why, you know, the thing with the love thing, because you know what happened? I think from a male perspective also, it's an emotional disposition. And we're more active, you know, in our disposition. So why you might want an emotional verbal declaration, the man is like, yo, my presence and why do speak.
Oh, let me tell you about women. We like to be, we always like to be, you know, we want to know something over and over again. That's how we are. Even though we know what is what, we still want to hear it from you.
So yeah, I want to make you crazy. Cause that's like a dog. Let me say it's standing up.
I don't want to make you crazy. I'm sure. I mean, well, no.
You understand? Yeah, you love with me? What? I love you. What? I love you. You love you. What? I love you. I tell you, I love you. You understand? Here's what, let's play this Aretha Franklin, because you know tonight I feel a little musical. Because there's a lot of songs that pertain to different aspects to help, you know what I'm saying, where it's not just talking alone, you know. So don't forget to share. Don't forget that we're also broadcasting on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe. You understand? Like, let people know if you like the vibrations and what's going on. All right. Blessed love. Let me go into Aretha Franklin. This is a classic here. Listen to this here.
You're no good, heartbreaker. You're a liar and you're a cheat. And I don't know why I let you do these things to me. My friends keep telling me that you ain't no good. Oh, but they don't know that I'd leave you if I could. I guess I'm uptight and I'm stuck like glue. 'Cause I ain't never loved a man the way that I love you. Some time ago I thought you had run out of food, but I was so wrong. You got one that you'll never lose. The way you treat me is a shame. How could you hurt me so bad? Baby, you know that I'm the best thing that you ever had. Kiss me once again. Don't you never, never say that we're through. 'Cause I ain't never, loved a man the way that I love you. I can't sleep at night, and I can't eat a bite. I guess I'll never be free since you got your hooks in me. I ain't never loved a man. I ain't never loved a man, baby. Ain't never had a man that hurt me so bad. No, but this is what I'm gonna do about it. I tell you, I'm gonna hold on,
Yes, yes, yes. So remember I said, right? There's levels and dimensions to the reasoning. And I want to take this little part in this segment to get this is a little serious, sensitive part. But I'm not, and then we're gonna lighten it up. But I'm not talking from it on the perspective of judgment. But we're talking about love, like you say, right? And I have witnessed not saying my mother or nothing like that. I must say that the declaration of my father and thing, right? And when I said I'm talking about who's my stepfather grew up with, I got to make the differentiation too. And but there were also few little individuals within my family, and then there's instances of seeing people out in the public. For example, when Buju Banton, and this is the and I'll go straight in the conversation after this example. When Buju Banton come to New York for the first time, he came to Biltmore Ballroom. And that time, Biltmore Ballroom was a place with, and I made sure at that time, it was when I used to go, but to only see certain artists and certain things. And Buju was a big thing. So I said, I got for the day. So I go, and me and my manager at the time, and I'm at the front of the stage. And I'm saying that to the fact that if you Google on YouTube Biltmore Ballroom the first time, you can see Shaka Double. I'm still looking the same, but in a very young, you know what I'm saying? I think I said this thing before. You're gonna want to know is how he there in this place. You understand? Somebody check his ID front. But the thing about that is before Buju came on the stage, there was a couple next to me from my left hand side, kissing up and bubbling up, kind of music playing, and you know they warming up the place while the people come in and thing, getting ready.
That
to
is
show.
a part that is part of love too. The connection of dancing to music and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, but so let me go into it. And they dancing, they having a nice time, drinking, sipping, and smoking, sharing things with one another and thing. I know what happened because I was distracted for a second. Budu bap. You understand? She knows bleeding. And all them things. Security come and remove them.
Mhm,
You see, as Buju come on the stage, and Buju start singing, everybody thing. Before I know it, when I look for me left side again,
They're back
oh,
together.
again. So the aspect, what I'm saying is that and I know about, like, you know what I'm saying, like I said, people in my family that but not even people, but one specific person, but it could be but specific person that had a certain put on type of behavior as a man.
Relationship, yeah.
Right. But let me tell you something, and that's the point I'm coming to. They had one of the strongest relationship until his demise of natural, causes. That just this why I played that song. When she say, you do me this, you do me that. But I love you, right? Because when you witness certain things and see certain things, like from outside, they might say, he loves she. He can't love she something. And you know what I'm saying? She's stupid for thinking this and that. But on the level,
they got their own kind of connection of love.
Right. So what's your perspective? Like I said, it don't have to be personal, but just abstractly.
It can happen. It happened. It happened in life already. It happened in that relationship that I first spoke about.
Okay.
And I didn't like it, but I left that person for a whole year. I never want to have anything to do with him again and stuff like that. But then we came back together like nothing ever happened. It's just that we pick up back from where we left off,
That's what I
and
said.
it never happened again.
This is what I go for Senos. This is a little part of the serious part of the segment. Growing up, and it wasn't something in my time that was popular, but I heard it from a conversation of the elders when they were talking. And I was like, what? There was a talk, and the talk was, if he don't beat you, he don't love you.
I don't think so.
No. But what I'm saying, right? I'm reasoning.
Yeah.
Right? I saw them type of man need but reasoning because there's levels to love. Because remember with the conversation, somebody said, do you love me or are you in love with me? So somebody from the outside who might witness and see certain things, and if anybody who might know somebody in certain relationship, some of them relationship you can't say them person is not in love.
But it just depends. It just depends on why he hit you. What's the reason? Why is the reason? What is the reason he did it?
Right. It ain't necessarily got nothing to do with love. It is a matter of controlling temper. It's
not controlling temper. Sometimes that woman might aggravate you, right? Come and do something that you don't like. Because I see it in the relationship that I had. Like if I go out with this guy and stuff like that, I would say that's his baby mama. She used to come up in a party or whatever and want to assault me and these kind of things, right? And he was there like my protector from that not happening, Right. So these things happen. So some people, they put themselves in this position for it to happen. So that's why I'm saying maybe that person might have been the aggressor for something like that to happen to her,
Right. Because I mean, right. But on the level of like I saying though, in love or love, right? Because there's different levels. So I just wanted to go off on that tangent. Let me run a quick commercial because everybody who might be on the live and so forth, whether on the scenes or behind the scenes, July 6th, Talk of the Tongue Radio. You understand what I'm saying? You're having the retro. You understand? So watch out. Let's just play this commercial. And I must have to say, I got to implement something. I put a little rhythm behind the commercial, and they had already, and I change up the rhythm and give it a little vibe, right? And so let me just play the thing. If y'all love what I am doing in particularly, you understand what I'm saying? In conjunction with Talking the Tongue Radio, whether it's Reasoning Uncensored, whether it's Reasoning After Dark, whether it's the conjunction of Reason After Dark and New York City After Dark, the After Dark hours, right? Just share.
It's just a reasoning.
Yeah, I understand what.
Just a reasoning. Yeah.
Let me run this commercial and thing, and I'm gonna play another song, and then we're gonna come back a little video, and then I'm gonna go into probably like one of the final closing conversations and so
Yeah,
forth.
you're gonna forward again.
Forward again.
Yeah,
You
you're
see
gonna
what I'm
forward.
talking about? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, let me go.
Yeah, Retro Shank Day.
Whoa, yeah, yeah. Now some other man will buy you diamonds and pearls, and those are the things that mean a lot to some girls. But all I have is love, darling. All I have is love. Now they will take you places that you wanna go, and show you things that you've never seen before. But all I have is love, darling. All I have is love. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na.
You know what I mean? Music,
Yeah.
vibe, sweet. You know, I had to bring a little element of musical reasoning over tonight with Reason After Dark with the music, and you know what I'm saying, and blend it in, because love is a nice conversation. So
Yes.
this is how come when, like what Gregory was just singing there, you know what I'm saying, love is all I have. You understand? They say in love, and but love.
Let me tell you something. Without love, we're nowhere. And love is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. You must experience love. Love comes differently in so many different ways, but love is love, and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Here what you talking there right now? Here's what. This was I feel musical tonight. So I ain't gonna play out the whole thing, but this one is a very interesting one. And it coming from Guyana. And the name of it is Woman in Love. or women in
Mm.
love. Women in
Mm.
love.
Mm.
And for some people, they can, who already know music, they can know say the title, they can run with it already. But let me go
Mm.
through it. Right, this one can take you a little slow, but listen to the iteration because the love thing
Mm.
is different from the level, right?
Yeah.
A fella in Toronto tell me not long ago, women are identical any place you go. I had to tell the fella, well, mister, you insane. When they get romantic, no two women the same. Some of them like a cannon, one shot and they're done. Some of them again, they're just like a machine gun. The English woman does say, will you be much longer? The Yankee woman does tell you, hey, when you say your name was fella, Vincentian woman does ball. Why, my belly? Trinidad woman does tell you, hey, hey, you finished already? Some of them just want to pull the hair out your head. Some of them again only lie down like if they're dead. Some of them just lock your neck and refuse to loose. Some of them just bite you like they're crossed with mongoose. I'm laughing as I tell you, but I ain't making joke. Some of them just like velvet, some like rope. German woman does say, "Das is good, very good, very good." The French woman, "I want to kiss your face, not your foot." Guyanese woman does ball, putal, putal, putal. Antigua woman does tell you, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God." Some of them romancing like they study kung fu. They have their foot all about and they're leaving you black and blue. Some of them just want to make you an acrobat. Some of them again, they only know lie down flat. No exaggeration, you will see I'm right. Some of them is once a week, some is once a night. The Chinese woman does say, "Aso, that like very nice, aso." The Cuban woman, "Ay, ay, ay, caramba, mucho." St. Lucia woman does ball, "Put it, put it." Bajan woman, Bajan. Oh, they man, you don't sweat. For no reason, just
Yes.
What a song. What a song. I didn't know we used to say, patal, patal.
Putal, putal. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, and I believe the one. I believe the one. Yeah,
Okay.
understand? You know, like we said, there's different levels because he was expressing in a humorous manner. But I put the Valentine's thing there because, for example, when we talk about this love and are you in love with me, right? Ever since, especially when I was younger, but even when I get in a little mature too, right? But no, definitely, but So now Valentine's Day come, and you could have loved this person, treating them, had the nicest vibes going on, and you didn't remember for buy something, and now all of a sudden you're not in love with me. You only say you love me, you're not in love with me, and them
That,
thing. I mean,
that's what the female say. That's what the female said.
no, I just saying this was happening. Yes.
Okay.
Listen, Valentine's Day, don't buy something for your woman or your wife.
But you can buy something for him.
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
to
no.
be
No,
buying
both,
for you.
both of y'all could do it. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if
Mm.
right, the relationship sweet, not anything, but whoever happen, or once again, this person just saying, and when I say sweet, meaning there's no issues, right? We ain't talking about this, and you might already know this is not the most romantic person or whatever, just for scenario. And the person forget, get catch up this to the whatever, didn't check the calendar, come in, oh gosh, I forget. You understand? I'm gonna do something tomorrow. We go to dinner or something. No is you love me. You're not, you say you love me, you're not in love with me. No, I'm just saying a lot of people is determine these things,
Differently.
right? Wedding anniversaries and stuff. I don't know. What if this person forget the wedding anniversary? What if your husband or the wife forget the wedding anniversary? Does that mean that they're still not in love with you? They only just love you?
I won't say that. I won't say that. That feeling is still there, but sometimes they get caught up and sometimes they take things for granted.
Mm-hmm.
They take things for granted because you're and them in a long relationship, it's there and stuff like that. They take it for granted and they believe, well, okay, then, oh, I ain't gonna bother with that and so on, But they do remember. They do remember.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
do remember.
Mm-hmm. I see we get checking in. So I was looking to see if anybody had a comment towards our conversation. Okay, Faye Harris, love is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Love is a beautiful thing indeed. But you got to explain, Faye Harris. All right. We're going on here. Some Marcia Gibbs, Eugene. Don't put all of us in the same basket because I will not be upset if my husband doesn't give me a Valentine's gift. He's a giver, so I will be okay if he forgets. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we have them reasoning. I remember that's why it varies. But I remember even one time I was on my platform with Talk of the Tongue with Arlette at that time. And this little Talk of the Tongue history. And my brother was his wife's birthday. And so he was in the comments or whatever, putting show and something, and he said shout out to your wife or whatever it was. And so she said, oh, make sure you get roses or this and that and something. And even diplomatically, but I knew because this is my brother, and I know because he's not gonna be into roses. He might do something more way more extravagant that. But then for some people, it might not matter how extravagant you do it. Or if this rose thing might just be something that's important for them. That's why it's a soul connection to know, who this person is, who they are, and the things that you're able to compromise with, negotiate with at times. Yes. Yeah, love is negotiating at times. You understand? Yes. Yeah, you go do this with me this time and next time you don't think. Because all of those things goes with the phrase of teach me how to love you. Right? By the things that you do is like you kind of know, say, well, I can't do this to this person because this person don't treat me like that. You see what I'm saying?
The give and take situation.
Right. You see what I mean? So it's a balancing on those things. But no, let me see who else had something to say in these comments. But while I'm doing that, we come into a close, and I think we might go like to half past the hour. You understand what I'm saying? To the 9:30. This be regular time anyway, right?
Yeah, that's our regular time.
Miss Sophia, use got to remind me. All right.
Okay.
let me sizzle it up a little bit. I can play a video. This is adult times. Sunday night. And if the children are up and mature, they mature. And if they're even, my children could, you see the difference is my children could watch something that I do that even might be uncensored and have certain, because I'm a reasoning person. I don't, because there's things on TV, there's things in the songs they listen to. So, I mean, like,
yes,
if you're not reason, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, to each his own. You understand? But you have to be active in the role. So, yes, what I want to do is, I want to get a little spicy. And I can do something like this right now.
I don't want to say that you're a folly lover. No, baby. Your body's here with me, and your mind is on the other side of town. Girl, you're messing me around. Your body's here with me, and your mind is on someone else. Girl, you're messing me around. I like the love that you give me, oh girl. But I'm not sure that you really love me, baby. I really need you, girl, more than ever. Baby, please, I want you to love me. Your body's here with me, and your mind is on the other side of town. Girl, you're messing me around. Your body's here with me, and I'd like to know if your mind is on somebody else, baby. I'd like to know if it's me that you really love.
Yes. So now, the reason why, if you paid attention to the visuals, but some people might be just listening, but the visuals were spicy. And there's a reason for that. I'm minded as a accredited adult star. And people, I'm the type of man, I people come away from these things, but, watching blues, as they were saying in GT, and there's a safe word on these platforms. And stuff was always something man would do, right? But as I got older, and based on my intellect and technology, so some people would say it's not the perverted level. I approached it upon the level of, still was curious, but what happened to these women today? What, any one of them married, so and a lot of them don't have a lot of information. But for those that do, they are in love and in relationships and in marriages, as what you might consider and see as an adult star. And them and their partner, because some, even as I went through some of these various, like the females, for example, because I didn't really get none from the male's perspective, but from the females, no, I did. There was like two from the male perspective, but the females in perspective was interesting, where they were like, it started out with in the marriage where the person was accepting and knowing, well, what you doing on screen and camera, this is your job, and they, like, that's what you love to do, but you're in love with me, and them kind of things. So when what we do is love, like there is sex. You understand, like the difference with I love doing something versus when this person's going to do something with somebody you're in love with. You understand what I'm saying? It's wild and crazy and sexy as that look. You hear the females explain those things, right? And so and even for I played that young lady because she was also a very professional adult star, blues star, and she also dances. So it's the same thing now for, let's see, the women them that not into dancing. I mean, not into the adult films, but they might be indulging in dancing, adult dancing, right? But then
Yes,
they're still
yeah,
married, still in
yeah.
love, have a right. So even from a man, like people might say, like,
I believe that's how it should be. You know, you don't stop her from doing the things that she loves. You know, you be there as her protector. You protect her because you become one. Be there as a protector. You guide her, but don't stop her from doing the things that she loves, because no woman to stop a man from doing what he loves. He still go out and do what he want to do, right? And we are there, and we're comfortable, because if we're comfortable, we accept it the way it is, you know. So I believe you should do the same for that woman too. You know, that's how I feel what love should be.
No, right. I am not definitely into changing. I learned from my, you know what I'm saying? You have to show the initiative that you would like to change and adapt. You know, it's like weather. You know, if it's winter time and you're not gonna come outside in your t-shirt if it's 30 degrees outside, you're gonna adapt. I believe when you get into relationships and stuff, you know, with love, there are differentiations and things with people, and you adapt to one another. And adapting means even, you know, doing things that you usually didn't do before and so forth. You know, understanding, right? But I do feel there's a thin line in between though, because you know, I the type of man, I got the understanding for you being yourself, but I don't know if I have the type of
understand to be doing something like that.
Right, to be with a daughter.
To have your woman body showing out.
No. I'm fine.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about professional wise.
Okay. All right.
I remember what we said, you know, these females were married. Seriously. And when you hear the conversation, it's very genuine. You know, and matter of fact, two of them got to the point where part of the reason why the marriage didn't work was because the male did not uphold his part of the understanding. And let me explain what happened from both of them, similar experiences, similar story. The man gets into the thing, understanding this is what you do, such and such, like this, and this, you know, this is just sex. When you come home, it's love. And in certain instances, one of them fall in love even with a cameraman. There was a you know, a very popular, you know, he even videotaping you know, and I guess this is why when people talk about the thing with Puffy, because of the narrative, there's still narrative to people independently, besides of who come in and muddy up certain things, right? That if y'all can meet y'all understanding, whatever it is, you do that, right? But let me wrap it up. What they came down to, the understanding that these two females was that, all right, the man in the initial beginning said he had this understanding, but as they got into this marriage and later on, they felt the male adopted more of the personality of treating them like they were still this blue star and had this kind of like expectancy. And what I'm saying is this, because certain things, what I gathered, they weren't being specific, but you know, as a man, I got to, you know, use my little reasoning. And even if I'm off, I still got to use my abstract thinking. And so what I was gathering from what they say, for example, would be, I get paid. And you know, I do this. I love to do it, because if I didn't love to do it, I wouldn't do it in a certain level. On a certain level. Don't get it confused, right? And so, but there's things that I might say I can pay for do because, and it creates a buzz in the industry. It might be a thing we talk about on S&M. You know, some of those, there's certain films in the blues and adult world that's the more what's up is the more it elevates, you know, the value in that field. And so what these females, I think, were trying to say was that there's certain things that they did or whatever on camera due to the adult world and being in that industry, that when they were with this individual, they said, I'm in love with you, that he should not have asked, you know, for do some of these things that she did on camera, because, and then I guess he's saying to himself, like, what? So we get for enjoy though. And I didn't, you understand what I'm saying? And
Yes,
so,
yes.
what a thing.
She looking for him to tell her what to do and what not to do. You see? You see where it is? She thinking that he should have been so in love with her to tell her, well, here, don't do that. Don't do that part. Do something else a little similar or whatever. But she just went in and do everything that she knows, and he never said anything. So now she wanted to know, are you really in love with me?
But maybe she was saying, if he did say something, she would have said, you know, this is my job, this is what I do.
And that's another part of it too, you know.
Right.
So he just allowed her.
So is the understanding, the
We're so
understanding,
confusing. We're so confusing.
the reason, you know. Here's what. Let me play this one here so as we begin to close out. You know, we're approaching the 9:30 hour. And so let me play this piece and then we come into back to my last conversation, commercial, etc., etc. Blessed love family. Thanks everybody for checking in. You understand?
Yes.
The very first time you kissed me, it was so thrilling. What made it so great was I knew that your heart was willing. I never thought that I'd give love a try. Then you came walking by and gave me my first taste of love. The very first time you held me, it was so nice. I finally found this place they call paradise. Oh, I was such a sad and lonely guy. You came walking by and gave me my first taste of love. Your lips upon my lips, your arms around my waist. How can I forget that first taste? So keep your head on my shoulders, stay real close, baby, don't let go. Don't think of tomorrow, let's live for tonight because I love you so. You see that love light gleaming in my eye. Swear it's gonna never die, cause I've got my first taste of love. See that love light gleaming in my eyes. Swear it's never gonna die, cause I've got my first taste of love. Swear it's never gonna die, cause I've got my first taste of love. Swear it's gonna never die, cause I've got my first taste of love.
You know what I'm saying? You know, however it falls, you know, in closing, getting to the closing of things, you know what I'm saying? The past perspective, you know, that's why when we even speak of certain situations today where somebody's an adult star and all these various little modern scenarios, I guess give it due time. Society and people will figure out better ways and means of approaching these things, right? But I know the traditional aspect has always stood firm and it stands through the end of test of time, you know, which is the genuine, you know what I'm saying, love, you know, the one-on-one for the most part. And if we got to include some outside thing and some family thing, then we got to be, you know, up full with the thing, right? So, but we're talking about in love or not in love. So it's a one-on-one thing. Or maybe could you be in love with more than one person at the same time?
Well, that's what I was about to say, because I mean, just like a Muslim, A Muslim don't have more than one wives.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's why he searched for the different character that he needs in each and every one of them, so he get the full package.
Uh-huh. But you know what I'm saying? That, but no, listen to me. Don't let me see. There's another road now that I strike for trad on a little easy, right? But anyone, for example, myself, let me take it on this level. Um, any woman that I've ever loved. So this is why I say, and this is why I could understand what y'all saying. But then it's tricky. Every woman that I've ever loved, I talk about since my first teenage, right in high school, when my first thing start. If I see them today, no, there's not a feeling that I have like in my heart, like at the moment, for in comparison to the individual that I'm with now, right? Because we're sharing in the same space, in the moment,
Yeah.
love in this space, right? But
Yeah.
in reflection,
Mm-hmm.
because I still have to love the moments of why I was in love with these various individuals at a certain point in time. And for me, if it was love, then it never lose, it never go nowhere. So what I'm saying is that I might not be living in that moment, but what is happening ironically, let's say about run into the person. And it's not that you want to do something with them or not, like I said, because it's not necessarily physical, but it's just the idea and the rewind in time, like how the retro shindig coming on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You go in a retro state of mind, and when you do that, you remember the love. And when you see this person, unless this person really y'all ended in a very sour, cantankerous, warring, and then when you see this person, it's like I've never experienced that. You understand what I'm saying?
Neither me.
Right? I never
That
experienced
is why I say, that is why I was saying, sorry to cut you,
No,
but
no, no, no.
that is why I was saying,
Mhm.
in the 3 relationships that I had, there was something that I liked in each and every one of them. And each and every one of them bring that package of what I would have loved to have one man with everything that which each and every one of this relationship had, because everybody had a different thing that I loved.
Right.
Okay.
And you know what?
So,
Touching
yeah.
on door, don't mean to cut you again.
Mhm.
Same, we do it. Coming, cutting, we just relay, we relaying,
Yeah.
passing the baton. There would be the perspective of even, and listen to me. Let me go in an imaginary state of mind, right? You might have meet certain people that you're in love with at certain time in life that all have some different qualities, right? So let me just say you had 3 people that you really love.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but from a woman, that's why we gotta deal with equality. So check it
Yes,
out.
that's what I said. That was 3 main relationship that I have. I was in love with each and every one of them for what they brought to the table.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
But
they cultivated me into the woman that I am today.
right.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to dip into the Myri Pepper though. Serious or no? Serious or no? From the male perspective. So let me say they had 3 beautiful, wonderful women you meet at a certain time in your life. But you had the 3rd one now, and you had 2 before, right? I had the 3rd one, and let me say to full almost everything. I don't even want to put a number to it, because maths is foolishness for a certain level, right? Of the heart. But no, let me say no. This data right here, no, I'm using a scenario, and this is just imaginative, right?
Yeah.
And so to my brother Nancy for the sound imagination. So let me say now one of them is domestic. Know how to run a yard and thing and certain thing. At the same time, she economical. But down again, another one, let me say, she might be cooperate into the certain things and maybe even creative, technological, right?
Yes.
And then you was in love with this other one now who was I got to say, let me use this scenario because I in my own imagination. As a musician. So imagining
Carry on, carry on, carry on.
You know, again, I don't want to know was a musician, just was like a muse.
Mm-hmm.
When this person accompany you with the entertainment side of you. So now I could see on a level now where you talk about the polygamous situation and certain things. Oh, it even makes sense if you take it on a level when you start about in love, and I am in love with, and if somebody man said yes, but it take more than one for compete me.
Yes.
In
Yes.
the love.
Yeah. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right? Because once
That's what I'm
you're in love with
saying.
the dynamic person who you is, who you are,
That's thing. Yeah.
and
That's what
then
I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
So it take more than one to make that complete package of what you really, really want to be in love with. But each of them have their own, they're their own character.
I just talked about something.
They have their own thing that you're in love with, you know?
So I just talked about
you have
something.
his part, the other one have his part, you have this other part. And like I said, that one, the first one was my mentor, my provider, my protector. The second one, he was the financial man.
Yes.
Okay? Because he had everything that I needed, and he never stopped give. He was the giving person. And that was a different kind of love to me. He was like my Santa Claus. Okay? Because I used to work and he never wanted me to spend my money. He used to pay my rent and everything.
Right.
He was that person.
Right.
Now, with my husband now, he's into technical things, and he's like an all-rounder with everything. The second one, they really don't go to a party or stuff like that. My husband don't. They don't drink and they're more into different things, you know. Right. The first one, he's like this vibey kind of person that I like too. That's a part of him that I like. Because music, to me, bring us closer together. You know, music plays a great part with that partner, with me. Right? This other one, as I said, financially.
You know what? Okay. Can I interject for a second, because I don't want to lose my train of thought, because I had like 3 thoughts already when you're talking, and my mind is too fast. Listen to me. It's an ironic thing, because we're talking about polygamous situations and monogamous situations and all these things, right? And it's interesting. You see what happened? I got to roll with it while it's going on. That the different things that make us out, right? So it's ironic that on a level no, even though you're talking about different people, that 3 different individuals that you met that molded you into the final. Yeah. And then there's also a perspective of somebody who said, well, you know what? I need these 3 individuals as my final.
Yes.
As a completion, because all 3 of them have same way how you
what I want. Yes, what you want. You know, that's what I'm saying. You want all of them in one person. But you can't find that. You actually can't find us in this life.
Right. But no, that's what I'm saying. No, you hear what I just said? This is why this scenario upon the reasoning is sometimes it build you up in an experience way. And sometimes it's why we could see how through the traditional perspective. That when multiple person have multiple wives, it complements.
Yes, that's why I say the Muslim marrying different, you know, parts to get that one package that he needs, you know.
And then watch, let me go put it on a certain level too, because one of them could be the one you go to know your reason to about spiritual stuff. This one is a spiritual one. She's meditate and do certain things. Right? And then you go to this one because she economical, she financial, is more known for
as you said before, you know, that one can, you know, they want how to spend the money and deal with those, you know. The other one, she's in the house. She knows how to cook and these kind of things,
Right.
Yeah.
And they all love the position with the in. They want
Yes.
to, right?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
mean, listen, imagine but when you get back to certain things in a certain time, it's gonna be a nice time. Somebody was telling me the other day, I don't know how true it is, I didn't have the time to research it, that the ratio now, the African descendant is in the Americas is 20-1. I know when I was growing up, it was 10-1. So
Yeah,
no,
we know 10-1.
here's what's so interesting about that. Could that be also a reason why a man might be stepping out and have multiple, he marry, get a wife and thing, but then he get a daughter here and a daughter there because of the same complementary that he's getting from these three, but because society and where we then living under these banner rules, because we have to admit this is not African, right?
Right. Yeah.
But for adjust to that, you gotta get this. I mean, we think, here's what I want to play a quick tune. And then let us simmer down from all this. Can we put enough
Yes.
We rub them up real nice on Bengi and all them kind of things. So let me
Yes.
Oh, hear this crowd of people. I want you to know that Santos and the flower can come again. And when we come up. So just come nice, my lover.
Got to tell you how you thrill me. Ever since the day you came into my life, now baby, I am lonely and I want somebody. I am lonely, yes, it's so amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and the sky above.
Badang. Me say me love her bad. Love me love her bad. Bad. Follow me. Love me girl bad. Love me girl bad. What? Bad. Because when I was down and I was low, her sufferation was all I know. What she do? Hang on so tight and she never let me go. So me getting better, me start the show. What? Me have to love her from head to toe.
Got to tell you how you thrill me. Ever since the day you came into my life, now baby, I am lonely, want somebody. I am lonely, yes, it's so amazing to be loved. Follow you to the moon and the sky above.
Badang. Me say me love me girl bad. Love me girl bad. Bad. Follow me. Love her bad. Love me love her bad. What? Bad. Because me girl nice and she sexy and she fat and rosy and she ever ready. Come. Me say me love her thing. Here I me cause a flower can come for a party. And me parent P name Sanchez Dick.
So amazing to be loved. Follow you to the moon and the sky above. Love is so amazing. Love is so amazing to me. Yeah. Got to tell you how you thrill me. Ever since the day you came into my life, now baby, I am lonely and I want somebody. I am lonely, yes, it's so amazing to be loved. Follow you to the moon and the sky above.
Badang. Come now, hold up your hand cause you're truly in love.
Hold up your hand if you're truly in love. And if you're truly, Marcia Gibbs Eugene, give thanks to the vibes. Use the only person I see bubbling in the chat, and I love it. All right, Dan Chapman, Antrobus. I hope I said the name right. You understand what I'm showing you? I see you saying, you know what? I'm gonna stop because I didn't get the chance to go into it, and there's a lot a comments and things with Dan in there, and I want for thing nothing but Marcia. I see you dancing whole night. So bless it up and thank you for
Thanks
the
to
energy.
Marcia. She's enjoying the show. Marcia's enjoying the show.
I'm sending some hearts for you right now for me side. You understand?
Yeah.
Right? So, like we said, love, this whole thing, buddy, I love you, or are you in love with me?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Will you love me? Or
and
are
so,
you in love with
yeah,
me?
me,
Or what have you done for
from
me
me
lately?
lately. Oh goodness gracious. Hey, you know what? I think I get to I think I have a audio. I want to play a song. This song is a nice
Mm.
song, right? I can just play it. I think we can still be putting screen while it's playing. I don't know if I want to mute
Okay.
myself. But let me go. Let me go. It's a nice song. It's called Love on Top
Love one. Okay.
by Alton Ellis. Yo, shout out to Rude by O. You understand what's showing? Well, talking about guy, he sent me this song and he put me up on this song. So let me go. Let me go.
Our love and time. What a sweet, sweet heart. What a sweet, sweet heart. Is this the love for a million years? Million years. For you, I know that I'll always keep. Always keep. A love like horizontal period, making her ready, inevitable. God bless you with pride and a beauty. Girl, it make you mine. Just make you mine, girl. Look at our love and time, and little will not stop. What a sweet, sweet heart. Look at the doctor can't cure your aches and pain. Well, aches and pain. The teachers give you food for your brain. Your brain. Baby. Our love and time. Baby, and it cannot stop.
Hey, yeah. Love
And
on
there's a rubber dub, there's a hole me tight,
top.
and I whisper in it, and I'm whispering in his ears, do you love me or are you in love with
Love with
me?
me. You understand? Understand. This life is such an interesting thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But like they say, love, you see, they say love is love. Love is love.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, what is it? I mean, so I don't know what's gonna be the conclusion for certain people. I don't have a conclusion.
Neither me. I don't have a
You know,
conclusion
right?
because
We
I mean
just reason,
that's
right?
how I feel. Love,
Yeah.
as I said, love is beautiful. And in each of the relationships that I had, the two before and the one, I feel love because I was in love with those people. And they all combined together, molded me into the person that I am today. And I thank them for everything. And we didn't part in bad ways. The first one, he just left and went away. So I didn't tell him I left you, or he didn't tell me he left me.
Right,
You
right,
know.
right, right, right.
The second one, well, we parted, but it's like we didn't part because
Mm-hmm.
he's still my friend. He still came back. He still want to know what's going on with me. The other one is the same thing. And the thing is that the other one make it his business to know the second one. So they
Yeah.
know each other,
Right.
right? It's not that I lied about anything. The first one know about this one, and the second one know about the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my relation went. I don't like to, none of my relationship. And with my husband now, the second one, because he worked with the second one. So each and every one of them knew each other, right? You know what was going on. Even when I had my breakup and everything, the first one knew about that. The first one helped me through that breakup. So the first one is always there. And that's what I know that.
So I think what I gather from you tonight though, right? That for you, I think what I gather in love is more, the difference for the person who's there for you. You know, in other ways, more than what you said, like materially. Conversation, somebody who's there in a holistic holistic sense. You know what I'm saying? They want to be concerned with you economically, they're concerned about you. You know what I'm saying? In other ways, all the different
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Being in love with somebody don't have to be physical attachment like sex. It don't have to be that. That person is genuinely in love with you.
Right.
In that way. Right.
You know what happened? I never thought, because the other day you expressed I'm waiting for a song for load up. So I can end it, because as we talk, it inspired me for something else. The older folks, that's what I'm talking about, adjustments. Right? Making adjustments with one another. And food, I have come to decipher, right, that something simple as food and participating, right, in the provision and the providing of food and you know what I'm saying, impacts, if I'm going to think whether how much you love me or in love with me. You understand? Because I can wonder, and for me, it don't even take the in love thing, because it's just the love. I can wonder how much.
Because the love and the in love is the same thing to me, because it's about caring for that person. It's about patience. It's about honesty. It's about everything. The package, as you calling it, food, like the different provisions that you put in the pot for soup that make this thing tasty. Right.
Well, there's a good thing, well, so the perspective is wide and it's broad. You know what I'm saying?
It is wide and broad. It is.
And so this is what Reason After Dark is all about. You understand? Because so this way we could even have certain conversations that that we might not be privy to have for the other times and hours of the day. You know what I mean? Yes. And there's the vibes. I Batmaning over this side. It's so amazing. Let me tell you, Miss Sophia. And give thanks for it to everybody that's tuning in. You understand?
Give thanks for everyone.
It is so amazing that being on this platform. I just got shout out to Mr. Michael Diablo Lutos. You understand that I'm multitasking behind the scenes and doing certain things, engineering, right, and certain stuff, and that's a beautiful thing. That's part of
we thank him. We thank him for doing that. We thank him.
Motherfucker, you know what? Let me go and play this commercial. You know, Mr. Lucas, every time I play this shit, and if y'all interested in y'all like what Shaka doing, y'all never cite me before. I'm going to be there on July 6th. Come out, not just for me alone. They get enough other part. If you're interested in I'm a vibration too, and there's something specific and you want to come true, don't feel no way. Miss Sophia, by the way,
they can come true and take a picture with you too.
Yes,
can have the picture taken with you.
And Miss Sophia, even though you're in Antigua, I still have cell phone. I could call you on WhatsApp, on FaceTime. For anybody that wants to say in person a hello to Miss Sophia too. You understand? Through my phone while I'm standing up right next to shit. Like
Yes.
no, right? So let me run
Yeah.
this commercial, and then we're gonna come back and wrap up this thing for real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And listen, I can play a little piece of this because I know this song too big for them people not to trouble me. Right? But it's just part of the little conversation. And that's it. I ain't
Okay.
doing nothing more. I ain't want them disturb, be nice vibration, black, we nothing,
Of
nothing.
course. Of
Everybody,
course.
you know what song is though, right? What song is though?
Of course. What love's got to do with it?
With it, you understand what I'm saying? Right? So it's them things sometimes too, you know. Look, you know, you think it gets so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, where the love thing is like, what are you even talking about? What,
Hmm. Hmm.
are you in love with me? And man, yo,
Yeah.
what love got to do right now?
What's love got to
You know,
do?
listen, the guy knows a real scenario, right? You might I could imagine real life situation where then and this person is asking in real time because something happened. You said, and they
Who
said,
needs a heart when a heart can be
you're not,
broken?
you're not in love with me. And then you said, what are you
Mhm.
talking about? What love got to do with what love got to do to going on? So Miss Sophia, do you have any closing comments or statements? You know what I'm saying? It's blessed love, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Yeah. Well, it boils down to it with me. I believe love is about contentment, you know, because sometimes you talk with your partner about certain things that you don't like and stuff like that. But he may not specifically want to change from that. But he's trying sorry. But he's trying to change. Oh my, excuse me.
Take your time, take your time. Take your time, family.
He's trying to change certain things, not everything, but there's certain things you can appreciate and you can work along with it. You know,
What's the word you say love is what?
contentment.
It's heavy.
For me, when it boils down to it, for me,
No, that's heavy.
yeah.
Because
So,
some people see contentment, and that's a funny thing because if you're not content, I mean, then you're unhappy. But then in
yeah.
this age and time, right, a lot of people would say that is part of settling.
Mm.
What do you mean you're content, though? You know, like
No,
you know what I'm saying, right?
you're not settling. You're not settling for that.
Mhm.
And it depends on what you want him to change because you really can't change people now when they're already embedded in their own way. I mean, you change them when they're babies, you try to mold them into what you want them to be. But after they become baby and become a big man, you can't mold them no more.
I got a trick question. To them. So what if you're content? Does being content mean you're satisfied? I think that's where that
No, on certain levels. Not everything. That's what I'm saying, right? You talk about certain things that you wish that he can change, right? But he is trying to change, right? But you're not going to push him right through the, oh, you have to change everything right now. You have it. It's a process.
So if you don't change in the process and you're not satisfied, and you know what I'm saying? I'm probably using past, and no specific, no one. And you're not satisfied. Now, I would see now if you're talking about that might constitute for you not being in love, but I still love you.
Yes.
Certain changes.
Exactly.
Will happen.
Exactly.
Because if you're satisfied, then then the content, you're content.
Exactly.
Well, listen,
this thing is a wide range of things that you can talk about with this. Wide range, you know. There's a lot. This ain't even spark nothing yet.
And they got for tune in next week and the other week them for see as we keep on for find out we're going. We can't thing up and give you get thing for do tomorrow. Use a woman is rights up all the penny rising, take care of your family. You hear what we talking about? Are this part of love? You understand? Many, you know, so many different levels.
That's what I'm saying. It's a wide range. It's a wide. Oh, baby, it's a wide world. So it's a wide range, you know?
Yes, you understand? Listen, so any closing statements and well, no, let me play the song, and after I play it, this is the final. And after this, we have the last closing statements and stuff.
Yes, okay.
And we're done. This song is only 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and I might not let it play all the way out. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be there before the 2 hour span. Let's go.
Yeah.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips were held and I said hi. I knew right there you were the one. I was caught up in physical attraction, but to my satisfaction, baby, you're more than just a friend. And if I am in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. And if I am in love so true, I will be sure that the lady's just like you. If I say that I could be your one and only, promise you'll never leave me lonely. I just wanna be the one you need. I just wanna be the one to serve you. Sometimes I feel as if I don't deserve you. I'll cherish every moment we share. And if I am in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. And if I am in love so true, I will be sure that the lady's just like you. The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips and hair.
Miss Sophia. All right. So what's your closing statements for them?
Just to say, just continue to love. Love is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Once you and your partner have that energy, and he has that kind of energy, and you feel it, and he feel yours. Experience that love. It's better to experience love than to never have love at all. It's beautiful.
And then it is
So-
good to fall in love more than one time too. Is that right?
Yes, yes. I talking about past and I talking about present. Because I love my relationship from the past. As I said, I have 1, 2, 3. And I love each and every one. The first one bring love, the second one bring love, and the third one, everybody love in their own way. So I enjoyed that love. I enjoyed it. And I given them their jackets now.
Yes.
You
yes.
loved me and I loved you.
That's right.
And
That's
you
right.
know, that love is still there. The love is still there, no matter where you are, no matter how far you are. That love would always be in my heart for this person.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's what I'm giving. I'm giving them their flowers now.
Right.
You know, people just talk about the bad things about a relationship, but tonight I spoke about the good things because sometimes the good things overpower the bad things when you sit down and you really go back and you think back about that relationship and say, you know what, it wasn't all that bad, you know. But it grooved you and it, as I said, cultivates you into the woman that you are today. And you know, you give thanks for that. And thank you for the After Darkers who are here tonight. Thank you for your presence. You know, as I always say, you could have been anywhere else, but you choose to be here. And we love it. And we look forward to seeing you again next week on another episode of Reasoning After Dark.
Yes, yes. Yes. So Miss Sophia, in my closing, you know, as I was listening to you, it reminded me, because you know, I love to always come from the African perspective, because it's what's dear to my heart and them kind of thing, you know, starting with love. And I like to also come from the perspective of, you know, the spiritual way of life, the spiritual science of life that I live, that's connected to the Yoruba or Yoruba. And there's different ways of pronouncing that depending upon your tongue. We're freezing up.
Yeah. So you got to say.
Let me tell what I got to say because of enemy now, right? Because no, it's approaching at about 5 minutes after it's going to be 2 hours.
Yeah.
So what the Yoruba says is about alignment. So a lot of times this is why we said that, you know, you still have that love for the people that you still always cared about, because it's not necessarily that the alignment means are you in the journey towards life and along the same path for the long road. And sometimes we have certain relationships and certain things that they might, you know, it might be a shorter path. They're only there for a short time. You understand what I'm saying? So and that's because maybe they're not in alignment to be with you on your long time journey. So it's never be about you're not in love with them, or you know, it's like we talk about that wasn't the reason of certain things not working out. You understand? And so when you see them, it's not that you can't have a place of love in your heart or certain things always. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, So anyway, we freeze up. So we're gonna left it like though.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna left it like though.
Yeah.
All right. So my screen element do nothing. You can just log out yourself on your side. And that's it. We just get audio right now. So blessed love family, and thank everybody who are still able to listen and tuning in. Those who are on the outside and those who are on the inside. Blessed love. Give thanks. And I can see y'all early tomorrow morning. Reasoning Uncensored from 8 a.m. All right. There we go.